Hello everyone. Here is my project. It's a photo site application. We will be deploying this photo site on AWS EC2 Instance and fetch the data from S3 buckets so that our application will be fully on cloud, and there will be no need to show it on the run it on the desktop. So first, what we'll do is we will create an Amazon S3 buckets and push all our images in it. After that, we will run our project locally in the RubyMine directory, which I will be walking through you about that. After that, we'll be creating our image, Docker image of it. So you will be asking why we are considering Docker. So the reason is Docker gives us the ability to wrap up our whole application without the need of any virtual machine or anything, and we can run it on any laptop, any service, or with any cloud. So we will be dockerizing our image first, and then pushing it to a Docker repo. After that, we will be using this Docker image and deploying it to our EC2 platform. So let's break it down, and I will show you each and every steps as much as I can. So firstly, what I'll do is I will create a S3 bucket. So as you can see, uh, here is my S3 bucket named web photo bucket. So how to create a bucket? Just click on create a bucket, write your bucket name, choose a region. So I am in the US currently, so my region is US. Then this is a very important thing. Please check this, block all public access. After that, just click on create. So as I have created a bucket, I will not create it again. So when our bucket is created, click on the bucket. Here, as you can see, there is an option to upload. So just upload whatever images you want. So as I have all these images of my friends and all, so I have uploaded all these images here, as you can see. After uploading the image, what we do, the S3 thing is done. AWS S3 thing is done. After that, we just need to copy the link. As you can see, if you click on any image, we will be getting a link, object URL link. So when we click that link, our object will be public and it will be viewable to everyone. So as you can see, this is the photo of it. So just we'll copy the link and keep it with ourselves. Okay, so it is done. So our first step has been done. So now after that, what we do is we go to a RubyMine directory, file, create a new project, and then we'll create a Ruby on Rails project. So just click on Rails application and create it. As I have created the application, I will not be creating it. So I have created three controllers for it. For first is the application controller. Second is the photo controller, which will have the photos of each and every user. And the third will be user controller, where we will be displaying the information of each and every user. So for storing the information of all these users and the photos, we will be using SQL3 database for the backend. So the SQL3 database in the backend is all about this, and the servers, the photos, the schemas, and all. So I can give you a walk around of that as well. So here we go into the DB portion, and as you can see, we have written the things to develop a table, write a key, connect the tables and all. After that, we just need to migrate the DB. So while migrating the DB, just make sure that you are migrating each and everything. So as you can see, I have written here, go to tools, run Rails generator, and then write DB migrate. So when you migrate the thing, all your data will be migrated to the database, and database will be up and running. So after that, what we need to do is we need to view our application on the front end, right? So for the front end, we are using this normal HTML, CSS, and we will be pushing the link of S3 here. So as you can see in the photo index.html.trb, we have this file. In this file, each and everything I have written, and I have written an image tag here. As you can see, I have pasted the S3 bucket link with the photo name and the file name. So our file name in the schemas should reflect the file name in the S3 buckets, as we can see in our S3 bucket this names, so that our database our application can fetch the image from the cloud, will not take the image locally. Done. So web HTML is the same thing. We just have the table here and the username, the ID, as well as the link to see their more information and photos. Cool. We are done till here. After that, we just move forward and we create routes. As we know, routes is a important thing here. Uh, After creating routes, we just our application in Ruby is done, fully functional and running. So I can show you just by playing the application here, running the application here. So it's just running. Mm. So it's running. Let's check our application here. So it will be opening. As you can see, is the user list, is the first name, is the last name. And when we click on the user, it will automatically fetch the data of the users and store it here. Each and every photo and the definition of the user, the posts and comment will be displayed here. So our application is running locally. So I'll just stop the application now. So the main part of these things have been covered. We have created a Ruby application now. So after that, we need to just build an image of our application and push it to our own Docker hub. So what I'll do is I can show you here. Uh, this thing is finished. So we will just containerize our application for, as mentioned, for our AWS EC2 instance. So to do this, we will create our own repo. I have created my repo here. So we are in the Docker hub now. Just click on Docker hub, create your account. Then after that, just to create a repository, go to our Docker hub, click on create repository. When you'll create a repository, just give you a name and just click on public, so that our repo is public. So after making the repo public, the Docker repository has been created. So the next step is writing the Docker file for it. So I can show you my Docker file here. Here is our Docker file. So the main idea of Dockerfile is to take all the dependencies of our application and to install it virtually. If we don't have any packages such as yarn or gem file, so we just try to fetch it from our the huge Docker hub. It has all the repos of it. So it will just pull all the things and resolve the dependencies or application. So this is the whole Docker file. We will be using Ruby 3.0.3, as we know it's the latest version of Ruby. After that, we just run our Docker file and build the Docker file from it. So let me just build an application for you. So Docker build, I have just given the project our name, and I'll just press enter so that our image will be built. It will take time for the repositories to download and the dependencies to be downloaded. So our application has been built successfully. So now let's test it by running the application. So the command to run is docker run --it -p. We are utilizing the port 3000, so we'll be writing port 3000 and just running the application. Let's see how it goes. And so we have the link. So let's try it. Just local host 3000, and here we go. As you can see, my Ruby is closed and our application is running. So it is proof that I am running through the Dockerized application. If we click on the link, we can retrieve the photo as well. So the Dockerized part has been finished. So let me just close the application for now. After that, what we need to do is we need to push our Docker image to our Docker repo. So just for that, we will be tagging our repo with a name. So the thing is, we just tagged our repo, tagged our project with the repo. So as you can see, the repo name is rp9912/web project. We are using it just to push our latest project there. So I have already tagged it, and after that, you just need to push it. So I have used Docker push for pushing our repo in the Docker Hub Docker repo. So as you can see, Docker Hub. So as you can see, we have this repo. I just pushed it now. We have this command for pushing the repo and viewing publicly. Just click the public view. And here is a command to pull our repo again. So any user or any of your group mate wants to access this repo can use this command for getting this repo. So we are done with the Docker part here. So now we'll shift our focus to AWS thing. So the Docker thing, as I mentioned, is finished. After that, our application is fully running in the Docker image. So we will shift our focus to EC2 now. So for creating an EC2 instance, what we need to do is just go on Amazon Web Services, click on EC2, go to dashboard. So we here we have instances. So just create one. My instance is already up and running, but I'll show you how to create it step by step. So first, we just need to click launch instance. While launching the instance, make sure you are clicking on the free trial, or else you will be charged huge amount of money. We will be using Ubuntu server. Just select it. After that, make sure you are selecting a free trial only. Click next for the configuration thing. The configuration thing is all fine. We don't need to change make any changes here. After that, the space of the disk specified is 8 GB, which is more than enough for us. After that, this is the keys and configuration things. So this we no need to touch upon. But the next thing, configure security group. This is very important. Make sure the source here is anywhere. After that, we'll just add another rule, custom TCP rule. We will be specifying a port called 3000 because our application will be running on 3000, and make sure you are clicking on anywhere. Okay, we have configured the security group. After this, we'll review and launch. So I will just review the application and just you can launch it. I already have launched my application, so I will not be creating a new instance of it. So when your application is running, when you launch the application, there will be another thing. They will be giving you a SSH PEM key. So make sure you just create a new existing key and just download it. We actually don't need it for a demonstration of this project, but just creating it for the safe side is better. After this, make sure your application is in a running state, and all status checks have been passed. After that, we need to connect to this instance, that is the VM machine that we have created. So just click on it, click on connect. So here we have an option to connect to our application. So I will be using a EC2 instance here. So we'll just be clicking connect. and our application has been connected. So the thing is, we just need to install dependencies and all in this file first. But I have installed it all over again, everything. But I can show you the walkthrough of it in our GitHub repo. So we have configured all this thing. Then I can show you the steps. So we'll be first getting a sudo apt get update so that our VM is updated. Then we will be adding certificates and all the agents in it so that we don't face any difficulties while uh, downloading the dependencies. After that, what we'll do is we will check if we will add a download key there. Then we will add a fingerprint so that this becomes unique. After this all are steps for downloading Docker in Linux. So we will be adding a repo of Docker. We will be getting update, and then we will be installing Docker CLI here. So after installing Docker CLI, we will just enable Mandes and Docker CE and install the Docker thing, the repo which we downloaded. Everything you can view all these steps on my GitHub repo as well. After that, what we need to do is start our service. So I will start it for you. It's sudo service docker start, and our service has been started. So what we need to do is now we just need to run the Docker thing on this. So I will just copy it. I will run sudo docker run, then it's -it -p. We'll specify the port 3000. So there are two ports here. First is the internal Docker running port, that is 3000, and we just need to expose this thing on something. So we are specifying a 3000 port which we created the instance, right? After that, we will write rp9912, that's my repo thing, and then web project, and then we'll just run it. So if the image is already present, it will just fetch the image. If the image is not there, it will be fetching our image from the Docker Hub where we pushed it in the last step. So as we see, our application is running here. So now just make sure you are accessing it through a public IPs. So we have this public IP here. Just Control C. I will open a new tab. Control V colon. We have a specified port 3000 / user / index. And you can see our application has been deployed successfully on the AWS as well. You can see this AWS IP. If I click someone's name, we can see you can see the images of them as well. Each and every image is displayed here, and we are good to go now. So the thing is, we have successfully deployed our application on the EC2 instance as well. So I'll just close this application for now, and I will go to EC2 again. So our application is fully functional and running. So there are like a couple of edge cases which our project involves, right? So if we just click this instance and just terminate this instance state and terminate, so our all the data which we have run and the things will be deleted completely, and we then cannot view it, right? So what to do about that? So for doing it, what we do is we go to the AMIs. We just right click here. We just go to instance images and templates, and we just create an image of it. So when you create an image, you will see it in AMIs. This is our web project image which I have created. When you create this image, our image will be created here, and there will be no discrepancies of it. Another thing what we have implemented is we have implemented elastic IPs for it, right? So you just need to go to the network and security, go to elastic IPs. When you will go to elastic IPs, just click on allocate elastic IP. So I already have allocated this elastic IP. So as you can see, it is allocated. It is running. So you can just allocate elastic IP, go and follow all the steps, and you will be able to perform it very smoothly. So if I go to my instances again and click on this instance, you can see the elastic IP address is this, our public IP address. It can be viewed on any laptop, anything till this instance is running. So in this way, I have summarized all the project as much as I can. And the difficulties we faced were about the Docker file. The Docker file integration and seeing all the dependencies was a bit of a task for us. But we just learned about things and we just implemented it. And that's it. Our application is fully functional and running on all three things: on the Docker, on the AWS, as well as on the RubyMine ID. So we are done. I just have closed the instance, so this will be closed. And yeah, that's it. Thank you.